Two, and hello everyone. Welcome to
Hi.
this week's episode of Changing Room, the show where we give fast thoughts on our fast topics. We got how many topics do we have today? One, two, three,
Four.
four. Yes.
We almost had five, so you guys
I
have.
Later, I glitched. I was like, wait, I see five, but I forgot we did our thing. Okay. We have five topics today, and as always, 30 seconds me, 30 seconds Rayna, back and forth, da da da, and we'll get right into it. Um, I started last week, you started last week. I
No
don't.
idea.
What?
No idea.
Damn. I feel like I started last week. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
feel
mean,
like we're always wrong. Like it doesn't matter what we say, like it's always wrong. Can I go
okay,
back
so
and edit?
basically we need to start tracking and being more organized with that. Got it. Okay. Well, would you like to start or do you want me to start?
Sorry.
Okay, so 30 seconds. First topic is the Alo or Aloe.
Oh, it's so
It's the
cute.
Aloe bag. It's the Aloe bag that retails around 3K. Period.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay. I am first of all, I'm not an aloe girly. Like I try to be the aloe girl, like the clean girl aesthetic Pilates, and I own aloe pieces. However, I find them to be really bad quality and overpriced. So that's how I'm entering this conversation. In terms of this $3,000 aloe bag, like I'm sorry, like it's got to be a publicity stunt. Like no one is buying that. Like ew, what? If you have that kind of disposable income and you're spending it on aloe, you have like a serious shopping issue and you need to hire a personal stylist.
Scream.
You
Okay. Let me,
or
let me start my 30. Okay. Okay. I one, yeah, aloe, I don't have any like aversion to aloe. I feel like back early in my retail career, I used to like actually manage like a floor, shout out department stores that sold aloe. So like I have like a nostalgic connection to it. Not sure if their brand has that much of a chokehold on me that I'd entertain a 1,500 to 3K bag because I understand there's like different pricing and sizes. But out of 30 seconds, but I'll finish up on my rebuttal. Period. You like my little ringtone? My little alarm?
oh, is that you?
Yeah.
No, I thought there was a noise in my house. So that's
No, 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 no.
because I'm home
I'm like
alone.
more committed to making sure I stay on.
Bro, I literally thought someone was like at my parents' door
I'm
and
screaming.
I like you'll see me in the clip like I'm eyeing the door because my mom's working. I dropped my dad off at the airport this morning. My sister's in Gainesville, and I was like, who the fuck is trying to get into my parents' house?
Should we cut this out or leave
Yeah,
it?
I'll probably cut this out.
Okay.
Let me start my timer. I feel like I really don't have that much more to say. Like I just genuinely, it just I don't understand why the bags are not even like, they're not cute. Like they're just like. And like if I'm gonna support I don't know, if I'm gonna spend that much money on a bag, I would want a really well tailored, really like beautifully made, high quality leather. And like Aloe is known for zero of these things. So like why would they be the retailer I would choose to spend that money with? I don't I think like I genuinely believe it's a publicity stunt. Like that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
Like
I feel like
oh,
I've been period. Okay, I'm gonna reset.
sorry.
I feel like I need to see it in person. But I'm like on the fence about these retailers who are not fashion based going into like, diversifying their categories. Like Ferrari launched like their whole like, friggin' like runway show of like product and everything like that opened into that category, but they are luxury aligned retailers. So I might be more inclined to kind of feel that. I guess Aloe is, but like in an activewear space, I kind of would rather see like maybe like a luxury tennis bag or
Yeah, like do
like
something.
tennis
Yeah.
racket case that looks real sleek, like something that makes sense. But like you said, if I'm gonna spend that amount of money on a bag, like I want craftsmanship, I want, something that's known for its luxury in that space. I'm not taking a risk on an aloe,
Yeah, like
bag.
ew.
Pass for me. And of course that was over third. But anyway, next topic. Ooh, okay. Cutting room floor salary drama. What are they calling it? 55K gate?
I take it.
And if you're unfamiliar, if you're watching the I guess, owner of the podcast, the girl who hosts it. Her name's, please do not fry me if I say her name wrong. Recho Amundi posted a listing looking for to hire someone in as a I'll say multi-hyphenate assistant. Some of the job listing details are personal assistant, booking admin, studio coordinator, in person in New York City, and the salary that she was offering was 55K. And so Rayna will lead you with her thoughts.
So, as someone that is quite green to the fashion industry, I mean, not as much now, but still, I'm pretty young, I'm pretty new. I see kind of both sides of this. Unfortunately, the fashion industry runs on unpaid labor, to be completely frank. Most internships are for experience or whatever. So, it's not shocking to me that this position is not well paid. However, that is also not me excusing the salary, and I'm at 30 seconds, so whatever.
Okay, let me start mine. Yeah, I'm kind of twofold about this. Like, one, people definitely need to make a livable wage in any, sector that they're working in, but this seems to be a reoccurring issue across all American, freaking genres of employment. But then I also see the flip side as a multi-business owner employing someone in that role. It is multi-hyphenate, personal assistant, booking admin, studio coordinator, because you essentially need to vet the person out to see how they're going to work efficiently in your business structure and then pay them a certain salary accordingly and can expedite from there. But I'll stop and we'll continue when we circle back around.
Okay, so I my biggest okay, so like on one side, I'm like I was looking at jobs for a friend of mine in the music industry who's also not similar to me, like in a similar place in his career. And jobs that were not super entry level were also super underpaid, like $20 an hour and in New York City full time. So and that was at like Warner Bros. Or something. Like these large corporations are doing the exact same thing and no one is making them sweat as much as this girl that's trying to sustain a business, it's smaller. When you're a smaller company, it's harder to spend a lot of money on incomes that aren't yours.
Yeah, I also think it's kind of a supply and demand thing. Think you're in New York City, the amount of applicants you're going to get. So it's kind of like you're going to be essentially vetting a lot of people. Even if you have like a really great candidate, you have to make sure that they're willing to show up for your business in the way that you need to, especially when you're not a major corporation who can just, okay, get them out of here, get them out of here, get them out of here. A lot of manpower goes into training that person. So she's starting at 55K. We'd have to bring her on the show to ask her what her intention was to scale that role, to make it sustainable. But, I think we have to look at both sides of it. But that's the end for that. Dang, I feel like we could have gone on longer on that.
Yeah, I could so do another one now.
Dang. But it's okay. We'll keep it true and keep it pushing. Next topic is Essence filing for bankruptcy. Apparently, they laid off around 100 employees back in May of 2025 and are currently restructuring their business in accordance with filing bankruptcy. So I'll let you take the floor.
Great. So I would consider myself to be a peak Essence consumer, very much so kind of in that demographic. I'm young. Essence is known for housing most of like the niche smaller designers, and that's exactly what I look for. I go to Essence before I go to any other multi-retail e-tailer, essentially. And when the tariffs came into play in the US, that really hiked up Essence cost because it's based in Canada. So then, the $600 Rick skirt is now $750, $800. My demographic, I can no longer afford that. I'm shopping Essence on sale most of the time. So I think that is kind of the issue of my 30.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just have to kind of be realistic. Like you were saying, it is important to like put the scope on who their core audience was. So in a world where literally like we had scandals months ago that eggs were like going through the roof, like people can't afford life now at this point. I feel like I read an article every other day that's saying minimum wage no longer can get you a two-bedroom apartment in any US city. So it's like if you that demographic of people who don't have large amounts of expendable income can't even afford everyday everyday, not even luxuries, just things you need to survive. They definitely cannot afford that, already discounted designer piece plus whatever tariffs are now put onto it. So I have to stop, but I'll circle back.
Yeah. It makes me really upset. I love Essence and I kind of love that it platforms like smaller designers. A lot of the designers I work with when I'm in New York are on it. And it's really hard when you're a designer to get your designs out there. Essence has a lot of other issues. Like they don't pay up front, they pay commission structure to designers. And, I think whatever, but it's sad to see, first Barney's fell. We're seeing all of these large retail e-tailers kind of falling to their demise when like Essence is iconic and I love that it houses these designers that I love and I love that it kind of brings a corner to like the fashion industry that is not the majority.
Agreed. I think it's also important to highlight that they said they're restructuring. So just because you file for bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean you're going under. It just means you have to kind of reclassify your business in whatever terms that is. So I really think this is an exciting, or not exciting, but this is a good opportunity for Essence to maybe kind of restructure even like what their business plan looks like, who they're trying to market, how they pay their designers. Like it's, before it's too late, essentially, it's a chance to kind of regather and maybe come back even stronger. So we just kind of have to watch this and see, how they come out from this, but it's not over till it's over. So
But I wonder like I never mind.
it's okay. Dang, was this another rebuttal?
No, not really. It's like a thought. Like what
Okay, all right. Well, we're done with the essence topic. Tell us your not related thought. If it's related, you can't say it though.
all it is. It is definitely related. Like
Dang. Okay, just say it, whatever. Fuck it.
no, I was just like, I wonder if they had opened a storefront in the US, if that would be like a loophole for tariffs. However, I'm sure they thought about that. So I think it
Yeah.
would be sick. It would be like a Dover Street Market. It would be so cool. But or if there was a way for them to like build a form of headquarters in the US. But
Yeah, but real estate's pricey. And if you're already struggling with
yeah,
whatever overhead you have, like where's the money coming from for
then
that?
like their customers will come back because there wouldn't be tariffs. I don't know. That was just my thought,
All
but
right, Essence, hit up Rayna.
yeah.
She has some
If you guys are
ideas.
looking for a creative director, I have
Girl,
creative.
this is not creative direction. This is
I don't know what that. Yeah, it's creative solution
this
making.
seems like this is a CFO issue.
Oh,
So
no, do
unless
not
you're trying
hire
to
me for
be
that. I
the
hate
chief
math.
financial officer, girl,
No, if you want a chief creative officer.
T. Can you hear that?
Yeah, what was
Oh,
that?
okay, whatever, team. Ignore that. Okay. And so then our last and final topic we have is American Vogue and
Sorry,
Tour. What were you saying?
I said it's a big one.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is a big one. American Vogue, Anna Wintour, has announced her essentially successor. Chloe Malle, I think I said her name correct, has been announced as the new head of Vogue for editorial content, which is essentially, the job of that Anna Wintour just stepped down from. And so we will give you our thoughts now.
Okay, shit. Okay. I think it like I really hmm. There was a lot of speculation it was going to be Chloe, so like it doesn't come as a shock. However, I was a little bit shocked for some reason. I don't know why, because first of all, I always love like a in-house hire. Like I think it's like really nice to promote from within. However, I think Vogue could really use some big change and to bring it back to kind of its iconic years, the 60s, the 80s, when they had these insane cover stories. And I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm at 30.
Okay, yeah. I mean, transparently, I had no idea who she was like prior to it being announced. I was not keeping up with like the inner, overheads of Vogue. I think her last assignment was hosting whatever podcast. I forgot the name
So
of it.
it's the Vogue's podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, hosting Vogue's podcast. And then from there, now she's the head of editorial content. Not really sure what that internal vetting was. Like you said, I do like the idea that it was kept in house just because that always feels like rewarding your employees. Like employees have to feel like there's upward mobility possible rather than just bringing in new people. Dang, okay, I'm over my 30, but
Okay. Um, It's interesting. I knew a little bit about her, like I'd heard her name. I didn't know much about her just because I'm not a writer. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't really in my direct peripheral.
Right.
But after she got announced yesterday, I was doing research, and in most pictures at the Met Gala and everything like that, she's right next to Anna Wintour in all of them. And it's very clear if you talk to people in the industry, or I was reading interviews, I don't have those type of connections.
Period. My friends in high
Like
places.
they were literally, they were like Anna Wintour really, really liked her, like saw her probably as a younger version of herself, which is awesome. And I love that for Anna. And I think it's great to kind of see and like have that mentorship. I really would have loved to see someone very creative and very just like different minded and out there. And she seems super cool, but like a little bit like businessy and serious, which is fine. And maybe she'll be amazing, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's so funny. I really don't know that much about her, like personally, obviously, but just even from like the optics of it, I definitely wanted someone that like seemed to like be a little bit more colorful. And I don't mean like, background or anything like that. I just mean like outwardly expressive, like you were saying, like just visually representing. She even low key kind of looks like Anna Wintour. So, and if she's always next to her, like I can imagine, there's a lot, just visually, you can see a lot of similarities there. So I definitely wanted someone maybe a little bit more loud, a little bit more ba ba boom, just to kind of bring some new energy into that. But again, not open-minded to it. We'll see what she does as anyone. She deserves a chance to kind of, show us what she got. And
Yeah.
so we are looking forward to see what direction Vogue takes underneath
Do we
editorial
know which
content
cover
takes.
will be her first? Do you know,
I do
like,
not. I didn't get to look that up yet. No.
I actually have no
Maybe
idea.
episode next week we can inform the people once we do
Yeah,
something.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
even think they've announced it. I feel like that would have been public information.
Yeah, I mean they just announced her, so
Yeah,
you know.
probably a minute. Probably next
Yeah.
year, to be honest.
Yeah, as I say, they got a period of time before that's the focus. But all right, well, that is the end for this week's episode. As always, let us know if you have any comments, questions, concerns that you would like for us to talk about. And that's all right. See you.